Okay, top 10 grown man sneakers for 2024. It had to be done. If you're unfamiliar with what I mean by grown man sneaker, I'm talking about the shoes that complement your outfit. Not the ones that say, hey, look at me. I'm talking about the shoes that help you get a mature and polished look off, whether you wear streetwear, menswear, dapper, classy, whatever it is, just a good outfit with good sneakers to complement it that's not doing too much. Okay, starting things off with a pair that you guys pressured me into. I have never felt pressured to check out a shoe quite like this one. We have the Nike City 1. Now, I'll tell you this right from the jump. My initial impressions of this shoe were not good. I saw them and I was like, no way, those aren't for me. It wasn't until you guys started peppering me with suggestions and saying, hey, check these out, that I did. And man, I like them a lot. So this guy right here in black and white is something that I felt almost had a little bit of a designer feel to it. I don't know why. This was the colorway that spoke to me, and it's simple. It's an all black shoe, and there's a lot of black sneakers that are on this list. That was something I said going into this year, that I wanted to add more darker colors of footwear into my collection, and this is a good place to start. Let me know if you guys have checked out the Nike City 1 yet. Next up, of course, we have a pair of Air Force Ones on here. Come on. We've got the Nike Air Force 1 Low Snakeskin. These are the definition of subtle details. We get that snakeskin in the Nike swoosh. The rest of the shoe is a simple white. So for me, I don't wear a lot of white on white Air Force Ones that often. I feel like they're a little too boring. I just want a tad bit more. And that Nike swoosh right there achieves that. Not to mention it's in this brown color that goes with a lot of the earth tones that I'm wearing this fall and winter. So right here, absolutely had to be on the list. Moving on, New Balance. Every single week, I have a pair of New Balance in rotation, and these 2002 Rs, a collab with Jound, absolutely is something that I'm wearing a lot, and they go with so many of my outfits. That gore-tex is honestly a game changer. This allows you to wear them so much more often, and these for sure don't look like anything else in my collection. That is the definition of a tough sneaker right there. These are hard body karate, just a black tone, and then you're gonna throw a dark olive on top of it. Absolutely crushed. And I'm not someone that freaks out over Jound collabs, but this one spoke to me. They're versatile. I can wear them with camo pants if I want to in a streetwear way, or dress it up with a top coat. Very nice right here, and they're comfortable. That matters a lot. My only regret is not getting the gray pair too. I think I'm gonna throw these cities on because this is just a shoe that I still need to get a good feel for. I can't believe that I doubted these. They are sneaky comfortable, but also comfortable. I mean, it's not really a sneaker, but these ACG mules, whew, man, you could live stream me sitting right here when I get new shoes in. I just sit here and I vent. Okay, no, we got a list to get to. So these were at number 10, Air Force Ones at 9, 2002 Rs. Next up, at number 7, you know the deal. Maniere and Jordan Brand did a collab. I know you want to call them Nike, but this is a Jordan shoe. This is the Airship, and you know, for me, Maniere dropped a lot of great collabs, and this is not the last on the list. I love the pine green. This is simple. These are subtle details that I want. And you know, I didn't wear a whole lot of Jordan 1s this year. It's not that I don't like them. They got oversaturated and I felt just like I'd been wearing them too much. This guy right here, I think, is more comfortable, and you know, it just gives you that Jordan 1 look, but a little bit different. And they are wide foot friendly. That's a game changer in my opinion. Okay, next up is kind of a surprise. We have something from Adidas. These are the SL72 RS in royal blue. Now, just because we're talking about grown man shoes doesn't mean that you have to run away from color. It doesn't mean that you can't wear something vibrant like this, but just keep it classy. These have a good amount of history associated with them. This is pretty close to the original colorway that dropped in the 70s when there was this huge running boom. And you know, we're not talking about the history of shoes right now. We're talking about more so aesthetics, but this guy right here will give you a look that no other shoes on this list will. And I just feel like these are a classy pair of shoes to pair with sweatpants if you're going to grab coffee or something like that. I know a lot of you probably thought I was going to throw the handball Spezial in here, and these are definitely something that I wear all the time. Either one of these works really, but I just didn't want this shoe to get forgotten. So the SL72, the super lights. And by the way, if these or any of these other shoes are available, I will link them for you down in the description. I know that these are. And also, before we continue, please hit that thumbs up if you like this style of video. Subscribe if you are new around here, because I like talking about shoes a lot, clearly. So come hang out with me. Moving into the top 5, these are so good. This is literally the definition of a grown man Jordan right here. They took a classic Bred 4 and they added nice leather to it. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan brand. They elevated these so much. This was so needed, in my opinion, so needed. I'm not going to talk about how they could be a little bit more comfortable with a better insole. I'm not going to bring that up. I talked about it enough this year, but the rest of the shoe carries. I do think that some Jordans have a grown man style. There's a lot that are too flashy, but these guys right here are subtle enough to pull off, especially with a pair of black jeans. Money. Next up, we have a sleeper. At number 4 is something that you might not expect, but Nike Sportswear had a great year. They brought back a lot of retro style runners. This model is criminally slept on. So we have the Nike Pegasus 2K5 here. This is a great alternative to someone that doesn't want to wear an Air Max 95, an Air Max 90, or an Air Max 1 because you walk into a Finish Line or a Foot Locker and that's all you see. So if you want something different, something that takes a little bit of style to pull off, but is a retro runner. That's what these are. These are an early 2000s running shoe. This is the perfect option in my opinion. Now the first colorway that we saw retro was the black and white colorway, but I think that this one just has a little bit more flavor. It has a little bit more character. And like I said, green is one of my favorite colors. The off-white sail color makes it a lot more wearable. I was styling these with vintage track jackets and I would get compliments about what I was wearing all the time, and it didn't feel like I was trying too hard. And this is definitely a shoe that you can get on sale right now. It's linked for you guys down in the description. Okay, top 3 here, and sticking with that same running shoe theme, these are easily in my top 10 sneakers of 2024. I'm still figuring out that list. I don't know which colorway it's gonna be, but the Air Max DN is one of the best shoes to release this year, period. Look at those airbags. I absolutely love it. You know, this is something that would work with what I'm wearing as well. So we've talked a lot about retro runners, retro basketball, retro everything. How about something newer that still takes a few elements from the past, but it's a new model? Not to mention, I personally think these are one of the most comfortable Nike sneakers that are on the market. It's an all black colorway, easy to style, but you still get those subtle color hits, which I absolutely love. I know it was almost cool to not like this shoe this year, but not in my opinion. I styled these in so many different ways. I traveled with them. They worked with all my different outfits. So the DN definitely has that grown man vibe in this colorway. Great shoe. Okay, now you probably knew it was on this list. They have to be. We have the Nike Air Jordan 3 and Maniere collab, While You Were Sleeping. I'm gonna do this right from the jump. There was a lot of people that passed on this shoe because they thought it looked similar to this. I get it. I see what you mean, but if you are someone that studies materials, studies colors, you could spot the difference pretty easily. I threw the off-white laces in here. I felt like it gave them a little bit of a high-end feel. If you have not been able to put a shoe to what I'm saying by grown man sneaker aesthetic, this is the definition of it. They just feel elegant, and honestly, one of the more premium Jordan 3s that I've seen. Not to mention they have a polyurethane insole. That's a game changer for me, because guess what? You cannot be stylish in pain. If you are uncomfortable, if your shoes are hurting your feet, you're not stylish, because guess what? People can tell that you're not feeling it. So that is a huge selling point for me. Let me know if you guys grabbed these this year. And at number 1, we have a pair of New Balance, a collaboration with Kith, and they are beautiful. We have the 990 V4 in Moon Rock. And I know they look simple, They might look like a basic pair of New Balance to you, and that is the difference. They're not. The materials are elevated. They're in this tannish gray that makes them so wearable. I can't explain it. It is one of the shoes that you just have to see in person to really appreciate. This is gonna be the shoe that you might wear out and someone's girlfriend or wife tells their boyfriend or husband, hey, you should get a pair of New Balance like that. What are those? How come your New Balance don't look like that? It's almost a you know if you know. So the tone, the color blocking, and the material really can make a difference if you're looking for it. But honestly, pick your poison. It could be either one of these at number one. Look at this aesthetic right here. This is mature, but you know, we're not lacking color on this list at all. Like I said before, don't be afraid of a little bit of blue. We got some greens in here. You know the deal. So do me a favor before you get out of here. Give me your top 3 grown man sneakers of the year down in the comment section. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna have my final top 10 sneakers of 2024 list up soon, so keep an eye out for it. Also, I just dropped a bunch of other videos. Go check them out. I appreciate you guys. Catch you next time. Peace.